Greetings to the people watching me right now. I appreciate you tuning in today to come and learn a little bit of something about what's going on in my brain. Today's topic is a banging topic because it's a life changing. And for me, it definitely was life changing to be a stranger. A stranger to what, you may ask? I'm about to get into it. But let me tell you right now, my name is Gisela. Most of the time, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just freestyling life and giving you guys a free seat next to me. So this whole channel is supposed to be me taking you through my thoughts, my life experiences, what's going on with me. Because I want to look back at this one day and see growth and see change. And I also want you to take you guys along with me. Whatever I'm learning, I want to be sharing. Because what is wisdom if it's not shared? It's just sitting in the dust, collecting all types of particles. And when you share the wisdom, someone else could learn something from your experience in a way that they wouldn't have learned it somewhere else because of your delivery, your cadence, your flow. So here we go. The courage of becoming a stranger. I have my notes. I came with the tea today. Adapting to unpredictability is human nature. There's been so many instances where something sprung up on you, and at first it was so strange, but you went with it and you overcome it, even though you didn't think you could. Do you remember back in COVID times when everybody had to wear masks? I remember it like it was yesterday, and it was actually weird at some point. If you went out in public and you wasn't wearing a mask, everyone would be like, oh, no, you trying to contaminate us. And then we switched back. We wasn't wearing masks anymore. And that was normal. Now it's like, if you used to wear a face mask outside, certain people would be side-eyeing you like, is everything good? But that just shows you the way that humans are quick to adapt, quick to move on, even with social sites, even with digital things like cameras. We've got things to work around that. Being online, having the ability to work from home. That wasn't a thing in the past, now it is. And that's normal, that's part of life now. So we've got that ability within us to change. But when you're stepping into new territory, you're also stepping into a new layer of yourself. You peeled the onion, there's a new layer underneath. It might sting. But leaving a familiar environment, person, substance is risky, it's spooky, it's weird. You don't know what's coming. When you're in a place that's familiar, you already know what's gonna come. You already know what to expect. But you pick your poison. You can either deal with the decay of rotting in the same place or ache in the sprouting of wilderness. So basically growing pains or stagnancy pain. Even if you're not making a decision, you already made your decision because that means you're not changing. You know what I mean? But nothing changes if nothing changes. Something's got to give. That's what I've been saying to myself lately. What am I making of my day? If my day is predictable, if my day isn't stimulating, I got no one to blame but myself. Abandonment, loss, saying goodbye, unexpected endings feel like rejection. What we tend to do is internalize the rejection. It starts to become even like a poison. in our bodies, but it stings, it flares, and you just have a clouded perception of life. Your lens is filtered. Your two eyeglasses, it's like there's a big, big cloud over it, because your thoughts are limited to what you're believing. Your source of validation, your sense of self is coming externally, and it wasn't what you expected. So now you're like, what does this say about me? But you're not the director of the way other people behave towards you, the way that things come onto you. You're the director of how you react, how you maneuver, how you come from that. So without having an open mind, without having the ability to see what the lesson is, you just rejected the possible lesson that you could have got from that outcome, because you made it your own outcome, if that makes sense. It's like you stepped into today's mindset already believing that it's a bad day. The world's just gonna affirm that to you. You get what you're given, love. But why do we reject newness so much? Why are we so cool with things that are definitely damaging but safe to us? It's because we're fearing the judgment, we're fearing the reactions of people, we're fearing the fear of looking stupid. Oh, what if I fail? What if I make a fool out of myself, on display? HD TV. Personal doubts, personal insecurities, and also you don't know the version of yourself that doesn't think like that. You don't even think that personal version of you is possible sometimes. But once you start putting things in motion, that's when you see the change. Like a plant, it doesn't come overnight, but eventually, did I just invent a new word? It starts coming up. The seed doesn't come out straight away, but with time, but with nurturing, with persistence, you start to see how it comes to be. How do you even get to that point though? It's all good and well knowing and acknowledging the problem, but how do we move past this? How do we combat the fear of newness with our puffer jackets, gloves, and bulletproof vests? You need to start by evaluating your thoughts, your mind, and reprogram it. So not saying everything that you think is negative. That's why you have to pick and mix, What do I like? What do I not like? What makes me comfortable? What makes me uncomfortable? What pisses me off? What gives me butterflies? What will I accept? What will I not accept? Morals, thought processes, value what you value and stand on that. Don't waver because of anything, because of, oh, my bestie, oh, my man, oh, my parents. They might be thinking you're mad. They might be thinking, what on earth is she doing? It's never been done before. It's never been actually placed into my reality. This is foreign to you and also foreign to them. But don't blend in just to blend in. Soak in your own company. If you don't know, find out. Who am I? How do you think you're going to find out who you are? By examining other people? By eating up everyone else's thoughts? Nah, you need to do some own research on yourself. You are your own biggest project. Since 2003 or whatever you was born, to today's date, you've been working on yourself. Whether you've made so much progress, whether you feel like you've not made any progress at all, you're here today. And that's saying something. You made it to this point. And how fulfilled have you felt by denying yourself? Probably not at all. So valuing your own opinion, valuing your own space is crucial to be able to stand on something, you know? So stop pretending as well. You can be a great actress, yip yip yay, but you also have your own life to deal with. You have your own traumas to overcome. You have your own goals to accomplish. You have a way you want to feel around people. You want to have a way that you want your world to look. You have your own vision, only you can see. And some people might not get it yet, but one day they will. And you're going to be glad you put in the work to get to that stage where people aren't aligning with a fixed or perfection in their eyes version of yourself. It's the real, authentic you. 100% juice, all natural, no added sugars. If you think it's bitter, move on. There's many drinks in the world. So be real with yourself. Be real with the people around you. Obviously, that's why I said reevaluate your thoughts, because just because you think it doesn't mean it's right. Question your thoughts. Why do I think like that? What inspired this? Where did that thought derive from? Is this thought positive? Is this thought beneficial? Is this mindset gonna get me somewhere? I don't know the destination you're trying to go to, but you do. Maybe you don't even know. Well, how are you gonna find out if you stay stuck in that place? That's what I'm trying to figure out. The truth always starts to leak. That rotten fruit is gonna start smelling at some point if you don't deal with it. If the rotten fruit is your heart, as long as it's still beating, there's some work you can do there. It's about whether you want to put in the work. Beat. What comes from making these changes? What comes from stepping out into that newness, trying to embrace a new reality, a new version of yourself? You create a home within yourself. Home sweet home becomes here, not here. You carry yourself wherever you go. You better be glad of the person you are. Imagine what a person who has no fixed sense of self is doing in this world, absorbing, internalizing with no real intention. It's your brain is a big muscle. Like it is able to change, is able to learn, is able to store. What are you doing with that great brain of yours? You learn more about yourself as you are learning about what you're exploring, where you're going. because you just do. Sauce, trust me, please. I'm telling you right now, there will be more regret in staying the same than changing. Because even if you don't change and it doesn't go the way you planned, you have something to go off. If you don't change and you're fearing the change, all you have is a hypothetical fear. You don't even know if it actually is as true as it is in your mind. Go out and explore, seek something, turn a different route, try something new, eat something new, chat to that stranger. Never know what conversation could pop off from that. And dependency and wavering self-image, that becomes a stranger. You're not depending on approval. You're not depending on a confirmation. You're not depending on how attached you feel to the person. All that just becomes a myth. And the greatest gift of all is that you never become a stranger to yourself. Home, sweet home. Wrap me up in my own self-love. Anything else that comes is an addition or a lesson or an experience, but it doesn't define you. Oh, I hope that was greatly explained, because everyone has their own battles that they're struggling with. It's easier said than done, but it's better said than done. What is all this that I'm saying if I'm not even putting it into practice? I'm putting it into practice. I'm here in front of this camera, talking, putting my thoughts out there, putting myself in a whole different... I don't even know who this video is gonna reach. I don't know. But I'm doing my part. I hope you're doing yours. Whatever that is for you. This at one point was scary for me. Now I'm doing it with ease. I'm like, let me prop up my iPad, tell them something I want them to hear. But anyway, this is the outfit that I'm wearing today. It's this dress. You can't see it properly, but yeah, and this cardigan. I wanted it, and the hair, I wanted it to give Amy Winehouse. But yeah, guys, that's how I was feeling today. And until the next time, but I hope the next time there's some work that's done, there's some elevation that's taking place.